Good morning, how are you? Thank you so much for joining us today at the Lifestyle Saturday. I go by the name Alice Wanjera Mwangi, and today I'm super excited. We are talking about beads and trying to learn the history of beads here in Kenya and of course in Africa at large. So we want to get better into our crafts and yeah.
Hey everyone, my name is Njuguna Mwangi. I am a tutor here at Uzuri Institute. I am a tutor at the Department of Fashion.
Hello. My name is Anita. I am also a fashion and craft tutor here at Uzuri Institute.
And we will go straight up into the narration about the history of beadwork. So, beadwork in Africa was discovered about approximately 12,000 years ago. And mainly it was discovered at the Sahara region and parts of the Kalahari Desert. So we have countries like Libya and Sudan being very key at their beadworks. They are very conspicuous and very, very outstanding. We also have Egypt, not to forget Egypt. Egypt has very rich culture when it comes to beadwork. I understand that the Egyptians used to have their kids and their pets adorned in beads. We have different beads. There were very different beads during that time, and they used to make beads from very raw and crude material. We had beads made from ivory, bone. We had beads made from plant stalks. We had twigs. We had all these things to do with shells from the sea. There were quite crude materials that were used to make the beads.
And in most of the cases, African beads have been known from their color. They shine. You can see them from afar, various colors, yellow, blue, rich color. So African beauty and culture is mostly defined by beadwork and very colorful beads for that matter.
And to add on it, we could say that African beads had different significance and they used to portray different aspects in the society. So I think beadwork has really changed. Okay, nowadays it's just being worn. I mean, you'll just find any other girl on the street with some anklet, probably a waist bead and a bracelet. Nowadays you'll find people wearing even head beads to work. I mean, like we have a very famous musician, Emeka Gay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Emeka Gay is known for wearing the headbead, even in modern times. And you'll find even now, some of the cultures haven't changed. Talk of the Maasai people, they still value their beadwork. You'll find girls wearing beadwork for occasions like their weddings. Nowadays, having graduations awards in these institutions, you'll see relatives coming adorned in beadwork, very beautiful. I mean, there's the pride to it that is there, that is to the beadwork. You also find, talk of across our borders, we have the Zulu women, and generally the whole South African community, they really treasure their beadwork. I understand sometimes back in 2018, Miss Universe, Miss Universe was a South African. So she, while handing over the mantle to the next lady who was taking over, she adorned a cloth made of beads, pure beads. So you can see beadwork in Africa is very symbolic. It is very rich amongst us. It is something that we can't ignore. Nowadays, it is still there, especially when it comes to matters to do with aesthetic, because people just do it for the beauty nowadays. It is in very rare occasions and very rare communities that you'll find them doing it, wearing beads with some significance behind it. So that is what we have about our beadwork and the history of beadwork and how it has evolved to this time.
Wow, that was so informative. Like I loved how you said like the waist bead. What is the purpose of waist bead, by the way? Exact meaning.
The purpose of waist beads, back then, it was used to show femininity. and women and the girl child. And in the modern times, it is being used mostly as a body shaper. And also, okay, for the beauty. The beauty aspect is, I think, is prevalent. It prevails every other time. But kitambo, people used to wear it just to, it had a significance of femininity to it, and it also had, it showed the transition from, being a girl to a woman. I mentioned before about the menses and all that, and it also showed purity, that girl hasn't indulged in any sexual intercourse, and so it's, it depends with the color. So it became now a marital affair.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I can't even wait now. Like, I want us to get now into the practical scene. And Anita, what do we have here? What are we going to be doing today?
Today we are going to be doing some very simple beadwork, making earrings with very simple items. So with me here I have a pair of each earring, and we are going to be making the other pair practically out here. So these are head pins, and these are bead caps, these are hooks, these are stoppers, and these are jump rings, but we are not going to use this at the moment. We are going to be using our head pins, and these are pliers. Well, this is a flat nose pliers, and this is a round nose pliers. Well, this one is used to cut to cut the wire. While this one is used to shape the wire into, this part where you attach the hook. So the first thing is we use the bead cap when this is too big. So the bead cap helps to check the bead.
So this is the first step actually that you should take.
Come again?
The first step. What are the first steps that you need before you start making an earring or
earring? The first step is you should know the fundamentals of making earrings and stuff, like the materials. What kind of earring do you want to make? What color do you want to make? What audience is it, or is it yourself? So what is it that you like? How do you like it? Do you like it long? Do you like it short? Do you like it too colorful? Or perhaps you like it dull like this? So at the moment, I chose one dull one and one bright one, and a different design. So we are going to start by making one of the brown one. Can I have that? One of this brown one. Okay.
Let me show them maybe.
Yeah. So that is what we are going to be making.
Okay.
So that one is going to have a pair in the next 3 minutes.
All right.
So the first step is to insert the bead cap into the head pin like that, so that it can hold the next bead that I insert into the head pin. All right?
Okay.
And then suppose you want it short. It can remain like that. So you can just clip the wire using the flat nose pliers. But then I'd like it long so that it can look like this other one.
Okay.
So I'm going to add another bead, and then from there you do a bit of shaping. This is Juakali handiwork. Yeah? So we do some shaping sometimes with our hands. So now we are onto the shaping part, so that we can hook our hook onto it. This is the round nose pliers that we use to hook. Well, they can be very elusive.
So do we have some different type of techniques when it comes to beading?
Yeah, we do have different types of techniques when it comes to beading. So when doing the earrings, mostly we use the wire. Right, like this one right now we are using the wire. For the waist beads, we use the string, like for example that string, so that it can be flexible on the waist and stuff like that. Imagine having a string, the wire on your waist. It would be very cold and uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable.
So this one is the string is the most preferred for the waist. So then it comes to the step for putting the hook onto this, and then we close the hook like that, and do some bit of shaping if it faces the other side. So we just shape like that, and then we assess our earring.
And so just like that we are done.
Just like that we're done.
Wow.
Just like that we
that
have
was super
one.
easy. Do you have any other kind of earring that you're making right now?
I'm going to make a pair for this one.
Okay.
So, the bead caps work is to stop the beads that, this is too big. But then with this one, it's quite small, so it really won't escape from the head pin.
Okay.
Alright. That really bleeded me for a second. So the step is mostly I put 10 beads so that they can be equal. This one has 10 beads. So for this to be equal as this one, for us to achieve symmetry, we are going to add 10 of those. So I'm going to count them slowly as I insert them. Ama, we could have counted them loudly.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm on the 6th one.
Oh.
So we go to the 7, 8, and the 9, and the 10.
Wow.
So these are very simple methods of making earrings that even the CBC group can incorporate into their activities.
Yeah.
Because they are the ones that are doing this practical work most of the time. We never got to do these things in primary school. So I'm going to add a hook to this one as well, and finish it off and shape it so that it can look,
Okay.
yeah. So now this one has a pair, just like this one also has a pair.
Wow.
All right.
So me, I just want us to do a practical right here. We want to do a little competition about making these, earrings.
You're welcome.
But the first one, I want us to start with this simple one. So we'll just start at the same time, like we can take our time.
Yeah, you can.
But the
take your
next
time.
one, we'll compete. Like who will be the first one to complete the first one? Is that okay?
That's okay.
Are you ready?
That's fine.
Okay.
Maybe we can have a stopwatch.
Oh, I'm an idea.
And now how to idea. So
It's 11:50. Oh, but not now. The second one.
yeah. The first simple one, we're going to use these beads. You want to make a pair of each or just one?
What do you prefer?
I think we should first make one, and then when competing, we make a pair.
Oh,
Make a pair.
nice.
Okay, now you make
nice,
one.
Nice,
Alright.
nice.
So I'm going to pick for you your materials.
Okay.
Do you still remember what the names are? Well, we do have a head pin.
Head pin.
This one
We
is
have
a
a
head
head
pin.
pin.
Acts
No.
like a stop actually.
This one acts as a stopper. It's a bead cup.
Oh, bead cap.
Kofia.
Bead cap.
Ama kifuniko inafunika huko chini.
I need
So
mine.
we have this.
So we need like 2 beads each.
Yeah, 2 beads each for the first one. If you're going to make a pair, you need 4 beads each.
Oh, okay.
Actually, before I discovered the bead cups, I used to burn them.
Oh.
So inakuwa kadogo hivi.
Yeah.
Yeah. Necessity. So I had to invent ways of being comfortable with my making.
Oh, okay.
One of you is gonna have to use the
This is
large
not the-
nose pliers,
Okay.
and you're going to use the round nose ones.
I need a string.
So
You need a
Needle.
this
the
one.
little head.
Actually,
So
here
we-
is a straight one.
Okay. So is this a normal needle, or do we have a specific needle for beading?
No, this one is not a beading needle. A beading needle, well, I do not have that one,
Okay.
is a flexible needle. The needle that we use to stitch to chuma, and that's it.
Yeah.
So a beading needle, you can, I don't know how to show it. Ukifinya hivi, hiyo space inatokea hivi utaingiza uzi.
Oh.
Then you leave it is going to be straight, and then you can now continue using it. So that's a beading needle.
I need a Mwakenya.
Actually, I don't use a beading needle for the waistbands and stuff.
Okay.
I just use a normal needle,
Okay.
but one with a very small eye, so that it can fit into the eye of the bead.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So, do we have a market for these beads right here in Kenya? Is the demand high, or do we depend on tourists? They love these kind of things actually very
They do
much.
love those kind of.
Yeah.
But the ones that are really in high demand are the Maasai beads. This one I can say they're limited to the Ankara wearing nation because they really look quite nice for Sundays while going to church, and the days that you're going to weddings and wearing your Ankara outfits.
Oh my god.
I need a Mwakenya.
You have this so that you can use.
Oh, yeah.
Observe.
Alright.
Let's see how my students are doing out here.
Oh my goodness. I need like to take a course right here to Zuri Institute.
Let-
Do you guys take, you know, in
Yeah,
students?
this one is a part of the fashion accessories
Wow,
class.
okay,
Yes.
okay.
So when doing fashion accessories, like when creating a whole fashion project, especially when they're doing garment construction,
Yeah.
at the end of by the time they are completing their course here,
Okay.
we have to have a complete fashion project. In that they make clothes, garments that is, and they make accessories. Meaning we have to teach them this skill. They have to get this
Step by step.
Step by step. So that
and
they
we give
create
them
their own
projects
accessories.
and assignments, exactly as Madam Anita said. We give them assignments to go home and create these projects.
Their own.
Mwalimu, I think this is the best I can do.
I don't know. Maybe you should rate yourself out of 10.
Oh my
Where you at?
goodness. I am at 7.5.
So you're
Not
at 7.5.
The only thing that I couldn't do, yeah,
Is
I'm
to
at
bend.
Yeah, was to bend.
Well, let's go over that
This
again.
is not fair. Like, you are a teacher here, so how am I supposed to be knowing this kind of things?
You should know, yeah.
Like, I'm giving up already.
Don't
No,
give
you
up.
Show me
should
there.
give up.
So from here, you twist it. Like,
When I started, I didn't even know how
Oh.
to use the materials.
and you have to
Whose was this?
push it. That's not mine.
Mm-hmm.
That was
Teacher, I
mine.
think yours is quite fine now.
Wow.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
Now.
Out of 10, how many?
If you was to
No, I completed. This is for you. This is yours. No, this
No,
is
no, no,
this
no. His.
It was 7.5. I just completed it for him.
No, 7.5.
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
Rate yourself.
I'm above average.
This is
No,
yours.
No.
This is
I was about to be like, this is a
I
10.
think I have 0.3. I think I have 0.3.
No, you can't give yourself 0.3.
No, I'm giving
You were
up.
using the wrong pliers.
I'm giving up.
Oh,
you, are,
you're
you are using the wrong pliers. Let me give you a second
Oh,
chance
nice.
to use the right one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I think I should start preparing
Yeah.
myself for the
So-
the trivia.
And let it also be remembered that beadwork was also used for accessories like calabashes. Yeah.
true.
Accessories like calabashes and things like that.
And even here.
Yeah.
Yeah, people used to adorn them on the hair.
Actually, people still do it.
And in fact, still in the Borana culture, there are kids. There are those kids that belong to the heads of the clans. So while they are young, they have beads, they have corishas still on their hair.
On their
They are
hair.
allowed to layer the dreadies. Now to decorate the dreadies, they put the rastas.
Yeah.
They decorate them with those corishas.
Carishas.
Okay, it's at this time. I think at this time in we are in the 21st century. It might be a little bit rare. It might be a rare sighting, but I think there's
It's
still
coming back.
1, 2, 3 kids who are doing
It's
it.
coming back with the contemporary fashion
And-
where the young men are actually putting cowrie on their dreadlocks.
It's true,
Mhm.
and I think it's something beautiful. Beads define Africa. I could
mean,
conclude that
Yeah.
beads define Africa because what will we do without beadwork?
What will you-
It's our beauty.
It never goes away. It just
Never goes away.
evolves
It just evolves.
And-
It comes back differently.
differently.
And I appreciate that. I mean, I really, really, really appreciate that because, in fact, I have my very own, I'm very African, very African. So I have this and I have this, and I think I
At
should be
least,
adding one more.
You are somewhere. Let me
on my
complete it for
wrist.
you.
I'm giving up already.
Nah, you
I think we
should.
should make you one of these.
Yeah.
This
We
too.
should soon.
So I have this and this. This is the
And there we
African.
have
These are
it.
African.
So out of 10, how many do I get?
You get 8.
8. 8.
Yeah.
And him?
7.5.
So I get 8 and you 7.5.
I mean-
oh, because I'm an.
Exactly.
I know.
And-
Thank you for that. So I want us to do now this one
As a challenge again.
as a challenge. Now we are marking.
So I'll give you each an example so that you can use.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going. You want to do double?
I think I'll use these colorful
Yeah.
ones.
You'll use the colorful ones?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Which ones are you going to use?
I'll use this
The
one.
colorful ones as well. So I'm going to give you a head pin. You don't need this one. I'm going to give you a head pin as well.
So the ones with some very narrow hole. You don't need a cup.
Oh.
No, you don't need a bead cap for that because the bead is just fine. It has a small eye.
Can I use some different colors of
You
my
can use
choice?
different
Yeah.
colors,
But at least I match them.
but follow the rules of design.
Okay, I know.
Color is an aspect.
You're going to use a different finishing for the ear. This one is the one that has a stopper.
Oh, nice. Now this one is easy. At least they smell that.
The twisting.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to twist.
Oh
You
God.
have to twist.
Let me ask you first.
So I'm going to show you how to twist so that you are not lost. So let's do it together.
Okay.
But remember, it's still a challenge.
Let me be fast.
Yeah. So how many minutes do we give each other?
Oh my God.
Wait a minute. We have to start again now. We start like.
Afresh.
First of all, show us how we're supposed to.
Twist it.
To twist.
Right there.
No, if you twist it, the bead is going to be. Let us use a different eye
Okay.
to twist.
Okay.
So you use the round nose pliers for very good results, and then you get this in like this.
Oh.
That is now at the end, at the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you put it in shape like that, such that if the earring was on the ear, this is how it will appear like.
Wow.
And a stop.
That's creative.
Yeah.
So right now it's 12. Okay, it's.
Let me give you each a stopper.
I don't know.
It's 9.
It's 9. So you have like 2 minutes, and that's really a lot of time.
2 minutes.
2 minutes to complete.
Oh my goodness. It's 10 of them.
So
right?
tell us a story, Sam. How did you used to practice beadwork while you were little?
By the way,
When I was little. Oh,
Yeah.
so we used to use maize stalk. That's a funny
Maize
thing.
stalk, explain that.
My mom used to, after we used to wait until the harvesting season is over, and then now it's January, it's dry. From where I come from, January kunakuwa kumekauka. So during hizo time kutoka shule, you go use the beanstalks, the maize stalk. You cut them into almost these sizes, the sizes Miss Anita is making.
okay.
And now you attach them using, you see these long straws that grow in the field.
Yes.
You look for a green one. Since
attach
it's
it.
very flexible and it can bend anyhow. So you used to fix that, and now you adorn it on your
On your own.
collar, and you walk home. And again, I remember we used to make these ornaments using flowers. There's this flower that grows huko kwetu kwa fence za watu. So we used to go and chuna the flowers when they are on season.
Wow.
And when you tuna them, you tuna with the stalk already, and then you attach the stalk behind the flower. You used to pierce using the stalk, you bend the stalk, and kwa hiyo head ya flower unaidunga. So you attach many of them.
And then it was like some sort of competition or
yeah, so
something.
it's a competition who makes the longest yenye haitatokana.
Who makes the most
And then who
beautiful?
makes the most beautiful one.
Wow.
Mnatembea
You
mnaenda.
know, as we used to use that as sodomaple,
Really?
imagine.
Aye.
Unakadunga and then they string like that.
You guys are talking Greek. Like I don't even understand what you guys are saying.
Do you know what sodomaple is? It's
Oh
a
yeah.
weed. The one for doing the games, the wasichana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And also there's this kind of thorn that grows these fruits that round things like this. So you dunga them when they're still green. And then they really make this good neck piece or the bracelet or something like that.
So where did you find your inspiration from? Like.
What we do? I like to use my hands. I really like to work with my hands most of the time. And then, when I went to campus, we used to have this unit called multimedia craft. So as the name suggests, you make craft using several media. Should I say that? Allow me to say that. Several things. And among those things that I found were beads, string. So, and I really found beads to be quite interesting. Just look at the color. It's attractive. And the ladies, how many ladies do you have in Kenya? All that is ready market.
Yeah, I know the money,
Yeah.
the money.
And also, I also got to make my own pieces,
Okay.
like the one that I'm wearing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And so, you know, when you're sitting there on Saturday and you feel, you feel like there's something you need to be doing with your time. I think beadwork is something that you can do. It's so relaxing. It's so fulfilling because you get to do your own things.
The things that you love, the colors
things that you
and everything.
love, yes.
Wow. So this kind of earrings, what kind of an occasion can I use this? Do I use it anywhere? Do I go on to the office with it? To a birthday
Actually,
party?
it's very good for the office. Yeah, it's very good for the office.
Nice.
You see, I wore them to work, right? Yeah. So basically, the color and the kind of earrings dictate where it goes. And of course, you know, matching clothes, you can't just wear anything.
Can everybody stop what they're doing? Like, we're done, we're done, we're done.
You're done.
Like it's 2 minutes past what you
2
said.
minutes past.
All right. So teacher, you have to check our work.
Wow, they're
Who
quite
did that?
colorful.
Display different personalities.
They
definitely.
display different personalities.
So out of 10, and
Out of 10,
out of 10,
the workmanship is going to have 5, but the bead arrangement is going to have, you know, a 9. Yeah.
clap for me.
The workmanship really needs some work.
Yeah, I know.
Let me clap.
Yeah. And then for some, the workmanship, is let me say a 6. It's not very far from hers.
And my personality from the beads.
From the beads,
Yeah,
some you are quite colorful.
very colorful.
As we said, Africans are quite colorful.
Very colorful.
And Sam is really, really showing us that through his artwork. I'm also going to give Sam a 9
Because of the
this is
colours.
how he chose to arrange his colors.
Wow.
And you know,
Okay.
once you cannot, you know, be like, what kind of colors are you choosing? As a tutor, I'm going to allow my students to have, you know, to expand their minds, and I'm not going to limit them.
Wow. So we are coming, you know, at the end of the show, and I feel like it was too fast, you know. Like we have so much, like we could talk about these amazing bits. But before we wind up, actually, I want you guys to give someone an advice. You know, there's so many people, so many designers want to get into the industry. They want to get to the next level, you know, the market and everything, but they don't know how to start or where even to start, you understand? So I want you to give someone, you know, some steps they can first take before they start even thinking about anything else.
Anything else? All right. Well, for me, I'm going to say look at your inspiration. Actually, it might not be beads. Just look at your inspiration, have an open mind, and always be ready to try new things. Okay, I know this example is used quite a lot, but if Einstein hadn't decided to try out how to do, you know, make a bulb, we'd never have electricity. So just do something,
Be
try
innovative.
something out.
Yeah, exactly. What about you, teacher?
I think everything is just about realizing the gap in the market, because indeed it's a very big gap, and you just have to have that entrepreneurial mind. In fact, here in school, we still equip our students with some entrepreneurial content, so that when they go out there, they're not really restricted to one line of service. You can venture into a lot. Fashion is quite a big and a broad, a course, or rather a career. So and it's not only fashion, but even some other fields out there. They're very huge, and you just have to realize that market gap, because what you're providing, there's a loophole in what you're providing.
Something unique.
And I have to identify what you're not providing, so that I can tap into that and
I
get
get
the
the
money,
magic.
you know?
And modify
it and make it, you know, like
Even better.
Yeah, customize it for your end user, and that is how you survive the market out there. So you just have to have that, you know, that special eye, the 2020 vision as they call it,
Yeah.
so that when you are out there, you see what other people are not seeing, and you tap into that,
Wow.
and you create magic. Yeah, so just have that open mind when you go out there to the market, and always be an innovative person, willing to learn each and every time. Like, well, I'm really not good at this, but Madam Anita is equipping his shoes, polishing his heels. So you should be willing to learn each and every other time. Being a very inquisitive person, going out there, reading blogs, watching some things on the internet. They really help. They give you inspirations. They give you something to source your content from, and so that when you're creating something, you have you know you're unique, because you'll get this aspect from this blogger, probably get this from this book, from this, and yeah, you come up with something different,
Something unique.
something unique.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so if you are like me, you know, like I got 5 out of 10, but I think I tried. You can come here at the Zulu Institute, and I hope you guys can, you know, help those ones who are out there who wants to do something with their lives, you know. In order for you to survive actually in today's market, you need, you know, to do things that can help you even when the going get tough, right? That is what we have been discussing right here. And thank you so much for joining us today on the Lifestyle Saturday. My name is Alice Wanjera Mwangi. Till next time, have a good time. Goodbye.